Welcome back to Mildly Infuriating. You know, if I do a Reddit search for my username, had a couple of posts show up on this subreddit in the last month or so. No big top front page stuff, but at least submissions. I kind of got to be flattered that someone was mildly infuriated enough by me to make a post. One of them was about how I do the whole starting on the 19th instead of the 20th of the posts. Only an admin can change these settings, except for you, admin. You do not have the privileges to use this function. You can only change settings as an administrator. Logged in as machine administrator. Yeah, we got a little bit of software gore, mildly infuriating hybrid. I guess the two kind of go well together. What if someone created a decoy profile maybe on your machine where it's like the first and last name or just machine administrator, but it's not actually machine administrator and you're being trolled? I don't know. It's probably not the case at all, but I'm just trying to help troubleshoot, okay? Happy Halloween from my local mall, ? How many times have I brought this up in the past couple of weeks? Seriously? This was submitted 21 days ago, which means this was actually on Halloween. This was on Halloween, and really? You had that set up on Halloween? Like, it's one thing to set it up before Thanksgiving, but before or on Halloween? Oh my God. You know, I'm sure they ran some calculation and determined that if they put up Christmas decorations earlier, they get more people purchasing things and making more revenue that way. I'm sure there's a justification for it, but oh boy. Just as annoyed now as I was when I took the picture a year ago. Yeah, wait, are you irritated by the fact that the snow is up there or by the fact that you weren't quite able to knock off the snow in one go and it's kind of just tilting off to the side right there? Are you tilted by it being that way? You know, I wouldn't know what this is like because I've never lived in a snowy environment, so that's why I feel like I'm having a hard time understanding which is the issue with it. If you just wanted to play basketball, I'm really sorry. I feel like with enough kind of jostling of the hoop, it should fall down, but maybe it just didn't fall down in satisfying fashion. I need to experience snow more, but I will be snowboarding this winter break. It's exciting. Haven't been in a while, and maybe I'll play some basketball while I'm at it. The 6 on these dice does not need an orientation mark. Yeah, that's kind of unnecessary, isn't it? Did you know that there are not 9 sides to a cube, and that this is very unnecessary? But just in case you have, you know, never used die before, it doesn't just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. It's not how it works. But they just want to make absolutely certain that you don't roll it. And you're like, oh, I got a 9. Let's move 9 spaces on the board. And then everyone yells at you. You're like, wait, it says 9 right there. How dare you? And then I guess it technically does, so you can't be accused of cheating. Wouldn't it be the 6 on these die? Or is it dice? Die or dice? Which does it? See, if that's incorrect, that's mildly infuriating, but I also might be incorrect. So don't take what I say for gospel. My friend suggested I post my phone menu screen to mildly infuriating. How do you get to 213,000 and say, yeah, this is okay? Oh my, I have currently on my phone, I do have things categorized into folders, 4 of them. Social media, home, for like home automation stuff, messaging, and music related things. I currently have 1 unread under messaging and 2 unread under text messages. And it's so unbelievably common to see people I know who have email things that say 20-something thousand. I'm like, why don't you just clear your emails as you get through them? As they come in, you can delete them. You could just, how do you get to 213,000 on anything and just leave it there? As someone who always has to have everything at 0, no open notifications, oh my God. Not sure where to post this, but I took advantage of Target's buy 2, get 1 free, and this is how they shipped it. Buy 2, get 1 free. Hold on, is buy 2, get 1 free? Do you mean buy 1, get 1 free, or did they not send you something? Because buy 2, get 1 free would imply you're buying 3 things total and one of them is free. Whereas buy 1, get 1 free, a phrase like you did is just you get something for free. I'm more mildly infuriated about how you phrase this rather than the fact that it's in the annoying plastic box, which you kind of need to get like a crowbar in order to open. But help! Oh, okay. I see 2 games here. What was your third pre-order? Okie dokie. I get it now. So one of them is a pre-order. So you didn't phrase it in a mildly infuriating fashion. You just confused me. But yes, I'm sorry. You can open that up. If you hit it with a hammer enough times, it'll break. It's just plastic. Fancy flash drives that block other ports. I don't know. Nothing about that actually looks fancy in the least bit. But yeah, that's just poor design. It's like crappy design, mildly infuriating, all rolled into one. It's like, big electrical plugs that block 3 ports on your surge protector. And fortunately, some surge protectors will have the ports that are spaced out specifically for those things, but some also don't. So you take the end slot, and you're like, oh god, I hope I never buy another item that has a large plug in it, the AC-DC adapter. And then lo and behold, the next thing you buy has it, and you're like, well, god damn it, I put the big one on the end, that's filled already. Now I have to block 3 ports with this new one. So I guess they took a cue from this. They're like, how do we frustrate people like with the AC-DC adapters on surge protectors, but on a computer? My crystal ball paperweight burnt a hole in my homework. That's hilarious, actually. That's not even mildly infuriating. That's mildly fascinating that you did the magnifying glass effect by putting that on your home. That's amazing. Dude, there's no way that the designers of that even probably thought of it as they were making it. Like, oh man, yeah, at the right angle, this will turn into a heat gun onto whatever's below it. That looks like a serious burn, and it's on top of wood. Could that actually start a fire? That's wild. Ladies and gentlemen, public service announcement, do not place glass balls on top of flammable things. That's crazy. Do I need to say why? I can't believe I've somehow managed to put this out of sight, out of mind for such a long time. I guess it's the fact that when I abandoned school, I shoved all of that far away, never to be thought of again. But I think we can all relate to this one. The story of all of our lives. I remember every single year being so stoked about which binder I was gonna get. I was like, all right, new year, new me, new binder, most important thing. And then lo and behold, within a week, the goddamn hooks are off. It would never last. I never had a binder that went an entire year without the things misaligning. And oh my god, was I mad when I would always try to just bend them back into place. It never worked properly though. This word in the rules of mildly infuriating. Ooh, meta post. Is your day filled with midly infuriating problems? You came to the right place then. I'm assuming that was probably done on purpose. Is it still like that? Midly, yep. Is your day filled with midly infuriating problems? It's like when I refer to this as mildly interesting. This was suggested as an awesome life hack. 25 awesome hacks you wish you'd seen sooner. Oh, what? Wait, what? That's gotta be a joke. That's... Alright, so first off, basically no laptops now have optical drives. Secondly, that seems like a great way to spill all over your keyboard. Next thing you know, it's because we don't have optical drives in computers anymore. Well, at least optical drives that pull out like that. Most laptops have just I've just mildly infuriated people by saying that laptops don't have optical drives. It's usually the ones that you just insert rather than they eject. Let's make cup holders for laptops. They deploy out. That's a Kickstarter right there for you. Laptop featuring cup holder. My coffee has DRM. Oops, this pack wasn't designed for this brewer. Please try one with the of the hundreds of packs with the Keurig logo. That's kind of hilarious. Is it that it's a very specific shape, or is it that you could shape-wise use any other generic pack? They're just like, nah, we're gonna do some sort of scanning mechanism to ensure that you have our specific logo, so we can charge a lot more money. I don't drink coffee, so I've never experienced this. I've never had a cup of coffee in my life. Don't get me wrong. Love fraps, love ice blendeds. I do like a little bit of coffee with my extreme amounts of fat and sugar, but not a pure cup of coffee. My girlfriend's silverware drawer at school. Okay, hold up. Silverware drawer at school, as in your dorm? As in, what the hell kind of fancy dorm are you living in that allows you to have your own silverware drawer in your own kitchen? That looks very hazardous, don't get me wrong. And I swear to God, I had those knives. Maybe I still have, I don't think I have them anymore. I had those knives. Maybe that's like the go-to starter knife for people. But you are living in a dorm that has a kitchen? That you have, it's like, it's gotta be your own kitchen. If that's your silverware drawer, don't tell me this is on-campus housing. That's the fanciest on-campus housing I've ever seen in my life. Let me tell you about my single dorm room, if you didn't see it in the old vlogs that I posted many, many years ago. Because I'll tell you, that thing was small. That was about the size of like my wall to the edge of my desk over here and the depth of the desk to the wall behind me. It's like 50 square feet. You got a kitchen? Wow. Living large. The keyboard on my sat nav isn't QWERTY. It's like the old console on the on-screen keyboards, because they used to not do QWERTY either. It was like in alphabetical order. And I was like, man, this is revolutionary when they finally switched it to be laid out like a computer keyboard. Wow, how did no one think of that earlier? Also, though, I've never looked up the origin story for why keyboards are arranged in the way they do. I'm sure there's some reason for it, but it does, when you think about it, seem like such a random config of letters to where it would just make so much more sense to have it arranged alphabetically, because I'm sure that you could learn in any fashion. I wonder if it's the fact that the way it's laid out right now is the easiest it gets the best distribution, given how often certain letters are used in the English language. But it's not just English. It's all languages with, Roman, Latin origins. So I don't know. I don't know how that works. 11:11 on 111, and it's 12 degrees Celsius. Yep. So close. Dude, I have this thing. 11:11 is like when you make a wish, right? And I have this weird thing that I swear to God, I have a much higher distribution of accidentally looking at my phone, not accidentally, but looking at my phone when it happens to be 11:11 than like any other time. And I don't know why that is. I have this thing about 11:11 that it's just like, oh, I just randomly checked my phone. It's 11:11. That doesn't happen with any other time that I can think of, where it's like, oh, look at my phone. Oh yeah, I always seem to hit that it's 3:28 all the time. You know what? All the other number I always seem to notice is 458. And yes, I probably notice it more frequently because of my car, and so I'm thinking about it. But it seems like more things have the number 458 than necessarily other numbers that I encounter. I don't know. It's weird. Was told to post this here. Unsalted butter, salted butter, unsalted butter, and salt. Oh, yep. That's a really easy way to mess up what you're putting where. Oh, why would you do that? Why would you go and do a thing like that and mix the colors up? Yo, I mean, look, if this is your packaging, I get it. That's more set in stone. You can change the hue of the box packaging that no one sees except the person ordering it. Why would you go and do a thing like that? My 3-year-old insisted on that pink one. It looks like the painting that I have in my upstairs dining area. Very similar to that, but wait. Yeah, that one right there is off. This is pink and this is purple, and it doesn't match up, and I can see that, and I can understand why that would be mildly infuriating as a whole. I just don't get why it's a spoiler is all. But people were talking about that this person should get their kid tested for colorblindness. Wow, we're diagnosing some serious things here in a very innocuous image. Isn't that funny? It's like those animal posts where it's like, oh, the animal that's doing something cute is actually dying of a terminal illness. The way this massager counts down. On, off, vibration, heat, 501, 50, 460. Wait, did it just go 5 minutes and then 460? Yes, it did. That's not how it works. You're counting an extra second for every minute. A minute is not 61 seconds. That's not how time works. That's really weird. I thought it was going to go maybe 501 to 460. Nope. Just add an extra second to the minute. Speaking of massages, though, I think I'm gonna order a massage tonight because that sounds like a really good idea. A really good idea. Oh boy, top post of the month. YouTube just deleted my favorites playlist. Whoops! Which had over 1,500 videos and memories from my 8+ years on the service with no warning. Ha! Hi, the YouTube community flagged one or more of your playlists as inappropriate. Hold up. Wait, is this a thing that can you can get a playlist flagged? Why? If a playlist consists of videos that are okay to exist on YouTube, how can the playlist get flagged? Did YouTube just remove the favorites feature? But no, that they would just say we remove the favorites feature. But please note that this has not resulted in a strike. As someone who considers himself as very experienced with YouTube as a whole, I'm thoroughly baffled by this one. Could it be like a phishing attempt? But it doesn't seem like it, because usually a phishing attempt has log into your account to confirm something or other, and this has none of that. That is mildly, if that happened to me on one of my playlists, I'd be very mildly infuriated. I'd be like, what the hell is this? Let's see, a lot of people have reported the same problem. Playlist deleted even if none of the videos seem to violate the guidelines. YouTube finally responded and confirmed it was a bug. Looks like it's been fixed, at least according to YouTube. Anyway, it's like a few days back when all of the videos on my channel disappeared. And I still don't know if I was the only channel on the entire platform to have that happen to them, but I got a lot of tweets that day. It was great because I discovered the issue because Zine sends me a Skype message. He goes, all your videos are gone. I go, what? I'm out of the house at that moment. I get a message, all your videos are gone. What? Excuse me? What did you say? Fortunately, it was like a display bug where I could still search for my videos and search results, and it was showing on like the main page of my channel. But if you go into the video page of my channel, it was only that day's video that was showing. And as far as I could tell, it's the only one this is happening to. I lucked out. Anyway, I guess that's it for the last month of Mildly Infuriating. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you like. Check the playlist in the description if you want to catch up with more Reddit videos. Subscribe if you're not already. And if you want to listen to the music playing in the background right now, it's linked in the outro over on the Music channel. That's it for now. I'll see you next time.